So before mixed martial arts, I'm from a town up north from Williams Lake, BC. Up there, I was kind of the kid that would get cut from the basketball team, that wouldn't make the soccer team, that kind of was the follower, then the leader. Once I moved up here, I discovered mixed martial arts. From there, I started getting into shape and trying to compete with the best, and I got very obsessed with the sport. Now I've been doing it for about 2.5 to 3 years, and now I'm competing at a high level, and that's all due to my mental strength and everything I've put forward. Mixed martial arts has changed my life in a great importance, and I continue to do so every day. My vision behind mixed martial arts is for me to stay consistent with training for the past 2 years. I had to have a vision about it that I would wake up every morning wanting to chase this dream. My dream is to represent India and Canada at the highest level as I can. My dream is to fight in Japan and the US and WEC and the Dreams tournament and represent the Indian population who hasn't been fully represented yet, but also stay true to my Canadian roots at the same time. My background, I've never been in a street fight. Actually, my very first fight was a mixed martial arts fight. I grew up, like I said, I was always the smallest kid. I was more the pushed around kid in high school, so I'd get stuffed in lockers and stuff like that. But I never resorted to violence or lashing back. For me, mixed martial arts has given me great mental strength in a positive way and to influence positive lives in a good way, and that's why I stick with it. This was never a way to deal with my negative energy, to put in a positive way by stepping in a cage and fighting instead of on the streets. I've never been in a street fight, and I don't plan on doing so. To me, this is a sport, this is a lifestyle, this ain't a hobby, and this is what I do for a living. Sikh religion, it's a warrior religion, but it's a warrior religion with knowledge behind it. It's not just we go out, we fight people. It's the same way I apply to mixed martial arts. So I gain knowledge when I go to training. I try to better myself every single day in training. So I try to be 1% better than how I was the day before, and that adds up over years. And being very religious, yes, we are very hardworking people, and that's kind of where I gain my strength, like watching my parents being very religious their whole life and seeing my parents wake up every day at 3 in the morning and work till 1 o'clock. To me, mixed martial arts doesn't even seem that hard because I've seen what kind of workmanship they go through every single day, and just kind of find strength through that every day, just keeping a religious mind, just keeping a meditated mind at all times, and the hard work just comes together. We got one shot at this is one life, you don't get to live it over, and you make the most of every single day you got. The first day I ever decided to do mixed martial arts, I went to the temple and I sat there for about 2 hours, and I had no idea what kind of journey I was gonna go on. What I asked for was strength from God. And in our religion, we are very spiritual, we're very religious, and I just wanted strength I didn't know what I was gonna walk into, I didn't know who I was gonna meet along this way, I didn't know what kind of pain I was gonna suffer, I didn't know what kind of mental heartache I was gonna endure, but every day I gained strength in the morning from my religion. And being a Sikh, even the people that we follow have gone through great hardship to make the Sikh religion what it is. They were boiled in pots, they were tortured to give up their faith, and whenever I'm in a desperate situation in a fight, I think about how they sat in pots days on end without giving up their religion with a poker face, and for me to be stepping in a cage, it shouldn't be a problem at all, and that's where I find that kind of strength from their stories, and that's how I keep my mind strong at all times. I try to train about 6 days a week, about 4 to 5 hours a day, 1.5 hour sessions at a time, so we'll do 2 to 3 a day. We do everything from conditioning in the morning to me doing 100 laps in the pool every Saturday, Sunday to keep my levels high. Everything from rolling continuous, like on the mat, Muay Thai rounds, boxing. We got everything equaled out. I usually do every discipline 3 times a week. So 3 times a week is wrestling, 3 times a week is no gi, with gi, Muay Thai, boxing, conditioning. So it all adds up. That's all 1 week's training. So it turns into about 20 sessions a week, about 15 to 20 times a week I train in a 6-day period. This is my life right now. Even when I'm outside of training, I'm thinking about how I can better myself. But even when I'm outside of training, I'm usually talking to kids. I usually go to high schools and do motivational speaking. So I use the same knowledge I learned from mixed martial arts and apply it out there. And that's what I gain from this. I gain my energy from there and I go spread it out. And it's what I've been taught from day one, from being around the fighters that I'm around to give love through this sport at all times. So I'll go to the beach, I'll meditate there on my fight, and at the same time, I'll talk to the kids, I'll talk to adults, anybody I can influence in a positive way with martial arts, because this has changed my life, and I'll plan on changing other people's life for the better with it. I'm training out the Revolution Fight Team in Langley, BC. My training partners consist of the world featherweight champ right now, Bibiano Fernandez. I got Tyler Jackson, who's in the welterweight class of Canada. I got Cajun Johnson. Walk around about 147, and I usually cut down about 135, 140. The most essential martial art to my fighting career would be probably my wrestling, but my stand-up is just as good, and I give equal importance to every single aspect of mixed martial arts.
Wow, that's a pro. That's good.